Hello, my little beauty boys. This is today's story and it's called Dreadful David. Now, actually, this is a book that I used to read to Cameron, so you need to ask him, does he remember it? Okay? Let's have a look. Okay. Dreadful David went to stay with Granny for a while. His mum was glad to leave him there, for David was a trial. That means because David was a bit of a pest. So Mummy used to send David to Granny. David pulled the tails off all the cats, tabby, black or white. Oh, poor cats, fancy pulling their tails. Galloped through the puddles with shrieks of bad delight. There he is in the puddles. Now that's good fun, isn't it? Waited till his mother was talking to the phone, clambered out the window and wandered off alone. Oh my goodness, I hope that you wouldn't do that because that is so dangerous, isn't it? Naughty boy is that David. All the walls he'd painted with tomato sauce and glue. Oh, there was nothing horrible that David didn't do. Tomato sauce and glue, your mum would go mad. Dreadful David didn't wait to watch his mother leave. So there's his granny and there's mum off on the bike. For he had an afternoon's worth of doings up his sleeve. So he was planning to do lots of naughty things. Let's see what he gets up to, shall we? David made a box into a boat and sailed it on the trough. There he is sailing his boat in the water. He's making a little bit of mess, do you think? The box was Granny's biscuit box. The biscuits went all soft. Oh dear. Now that wasn't very clever, was it, using Granny's biscuits? He went into the bathroom with a kilogram of flour. Oh my goodness. He used up Grandad's shaving cream and overflowed the shower. Grandad would not be very happy, would he, boys? He found a big new toilet roll and flushed it down the loo. There was nothing horrible that David didn't do. He really is horrible, isn't he? Granny's smile dispersed a bit when she saw what he had done. She put clean clothes on David, though he had just begun. David pulled up half the carrots and trampled on the beets. He lifted all the radishes to see what was underneath. He should have asked his granny before he pulled them though, shouldn't he? He threw some apples at the chucks. Poor old chickens, and he's thrown an apple at them. And found the compost bin. Because it was half empty, Dreadful David clambered in. He's going to be very dirty, that David. He squatted down and found some stuff that smelt like rotten egg. He rubbed it on his yellow t-shirt and put some on his head. Oh, it smells of rotten egg. That would be gross. Granny's smile was barely there when she smelt what he had done. She put clean clothes on David, though he had only just begun. So that's his second change of clothes off Granny. David watered all the lettuces. He knew that made things grow, but he got bored with doing that because they were so slow. I wonder what he's going to water next. Then he did the letterbox, which didn't grow much better. Oh, he's a beast, isn't he? He thought the envelopes looked dry and watered all the letters. He watered Granny's kitten because it seemed so small. Oh, the poor kitten cats don't like the water, you know. Did you know that, boys? He watered Granny's spare room bed. Oh, that didn't grow at all. Well, it wouldn't, would it really? Granny's smile had nearly gone. She felt the kitten's fur. Granny's smile completely went when David watered her. Granny put clean clothes on David. She was running out of shirts. And then she smacked his bottom, but it didn't really hurt. Our David lifted up his voice and bawled like half a zoo. She said, "Don't you do that, you naughty boy." But Gran was used to yelling kids and she knew just what to do. To bed went Dreadful David. and yelled himself to sleep. And Granny, smiling once again, kissed him on the cheek. So he'd been a dreadful boy, he'd had a dreadful day, but Granny still loved him because that's what grannies do. And granny boys will love you forever and ever and ever and ever, no matter what you do. Love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Night, night.